Despite the fact that the past few days have been absolutely crazy in the cryptocurrency world, a major shift has occurred in the US market. I agree that this is something we need to think about. As you can likely see, I'm assuming that we are currently listening to the situation. It's essentially laying the groundwork for the U.S. financial sector and others to incorporate cryptocurrency and the era surrounding the gap. Welcome to the channel, everyone. I go by the name Johan. If this is your first video here, my sincere wish is that you'll subscribe before the video ends. So without further ado, let's dive into some discussion points. Wow, it's amazing how much can change here in just one day. A day and a half ago, rain began to fall. These days, everything appeared to be a bit exclusive. The value of Bitcoin fell back down to around 1,000,000 again. The current market value of XRP is more than $2.5 plus a few pennies. Now, things are heating up a bit. I'd like to take a step back and remind you not to put too much distance between yourselves. For instance, we should see a strong rejection of the highs, so be ready for anything that follows next. Now's the best time to shock the market. In the end, any form of you already know, universal true outlook that everyone has destroys the sentiment. Right before the biggest changes, it would make a ton of sense. In most cases, we can see this coming. The situation does, however, seem to be proceeding smoothly. In the past day, we have seen a surge in the value of many old coins, and it is encouraging to see a little but noticeable improvement, which is a positive development. Dominance is beginning to trade a bit, that much is true. Observe the columns over here, in fact. I would like this flow to be brought to the front so the guys can see it, and we upload inside the dominant percent. Look at how dominant this is. We have 60% for Bitcoin, which is slightly more than 63%. While Ethereum has surpassed 10%, XRP is only at approximately 5%. Nevertheless, Ethereum's dominance has been declining, since XRP now controls nearly half of Ethereum's market cap. Looking at this might be quite thrilling. To put it plainly, the outlook for XRP, or the rapid exchange of the complete image in this market, is pretty positive. I am ceasing to speak at this point. My only point is that we need to be ready for whatsoever the future brings, good or terrible. The most efficient method for doing this is to park. You are cognizant of the fact that you should exercise restraint in this matter and that stable coins are best left on the sidelines. Nevertheless, the usual buying and selling volume of XRP has recently spiked. As soon as I turned on the news, people were talking about how XRP had the greatest hour of trading volume ever. The entire idea of considering such is ridiculous. Nonetheless, if you looked at the candle bodies on a couple charts, I think you would see some incredible moves. Now, this one is the most effective, recommending that we decrease to approximately 195 on multiple exchanges. Evidently, XRP fell to a level of about 160. Crazy, considering we're back to 265 degrees. It's 170 degrees. Wow, I think you might call it market manipulation, was the only thing I could manage to say. However, it appears that there are numerous internal and exterior factors that we could wish. That price pass is definitely associated with you in some way. Nonetheless, weekend rate and charge motion developed out of it. It rejects us because of our identities, as I've said before. The motion about weekend surcharges is flawed in my opinion. Nevertheless, I will be closely monitoring XRP, as there is a genuine possibility that we could close this macro gap. To add to it, the range is approximately 164 to 193. We were given quite close, and looking back, I see that we did indeed drop as low as 170 on a few of occasions. However, we may try to go as low as the mid-160 variety for the last time, as I firmly believe that the next flow will be the last one for the gap. during which XRP must be at or above $10 plus. I will reiterate this one last time. Nonetheless, other from that, there are a handful of topics that can be discussed. Let's take care of some substantial purchases. Dave Portnoy was the first person we listened to. Dave Portnoy, founder of Athletics, just spent another $1 million on XRP, in case you missed that. Now, Dave also made a lesser purchase in the middle of December. 3 million XRP were in his possession. Indeed, he did say it aloud. Upon hearing K on February 3, I made the following proclamation. Another million XRP was just bought by me. Have a peek. Guys, that's all there is to it. I really hope YouTube will keep that video, however. It was essentially his message. Okay, I'll make my announcement now. Nearly every million people have accepted my offer of XRP. Pay attention, XRP has been bought by many. I indicated before that XRP set a new record for most purchases and sales in 1 hour. It's a bit wacky. The reason behind this is the increased attention that XRP is receiving compared to its previous. But so far, the market has been showing signs of improvement. Rankings in the top 100 or even the pinnacle 500 merely reveal the wealthiest and the poorest. Griffin, you have my deepest gratitude. Griffin is a huge winner. Even if you don't know, you're on the Discord and can understand. Additionally, Telcoin is doing really well. You should probably avoid the channel right now unless we make a video about Telcoin, which has been behaving erratically recently. Indeed, victory has been achieved. I can honestly say that my portfolio has it. Additionally, my portfolio has been considering reverting to the love of 2022 for a number of reasons. But that aside, let's talk about some major news. First, clearance to talk about the U.S. Sovereign Wealth Fund that President Trump established. My sincere appreciation goes out to Bank XRP for this. Perhaps this is the catalyst for change that we have been anticipating, and is, without a doubt, one of the most groundbreaking choices an individual has made. Can you tell me about sovereign wealth funds? Stocks, bonds, real estate, precious metals, and other financial instruments make up the bulk of this national investment fund. Such sums are usually financed out of the central bank's foreign exchange reserves or the proceeds from the export of commodities. Sovereign wealth funds mostly consist of the following: gold. In nations that rely heavily on the sale of non-renewable resources like oil, these tend to be crafted with the intention of generating profits in the long run, diversifying assets, stabilizing the economy, or saving for generations to come. They are typically funded by revenues from natural resources, particularly petroleum and oil, as is evident in nations